I am not bad with money. I'm just fiscally promiscuous. What a great turn of phrase. I will use that for the rest of my life. Saw it on an episode of The Daily Show earlier today, and that just stuck in my brain and will never come back out. I will always use that. Today, I want to talk to you about money, folks. I want to talk to you about merchandising. Spaceballs the flamethrower. I need to talk to you about the merchandising side, the money-making side of YouTube, how much it actually costs to do this YouTube thing, how much I actually make about that kind of thing, and what I think might be an interesting, hilarious, fun, possibly somewhat profitable idea for going forward with my YouTube channel here on Automotive Adventures with Austin. This, obviously, is my recently purchased Ford Pinto race car that I got from Junkyard Digs about a month ago. I've got a lot of things to do to it just to get it up and running and get it on the racetrack, all of which are sitting in the shop. Unfortunately, I don't have a lift, so I don't really have a way of working on it, and I don't really feel like working on it out here on the ground. So that's going to be coming here shortly. But after I get that done, then I can have this thing on track, and I can go to a track day and do some training and that kind of stuff and get my certifications and my licensing, so I can go and do other events. But all that stuff costs money. All that stuff is expensive. All of this stuff is stupid and expensive. That's a project car of mine. That's a project car of mine. Way back yonder in the weeds, that's a project car of mine. My 68 Le Mans is over there. That's a project car of mine. A 940 Volvo wagon, that's a project car of mine. My 1970 AMX, that's a project car of mine. And let's just say that there's a lot more of them that I'm not going to put on this video because it makes me look even dumber than I already am. But let's just say life is expensive. Doing this whole YouTube automotive thing is expensive. If you're just sitting around as a talking head talking into a camera about other people doing things, you don't really have any costs involved. It's not really that expensive. If you're sitting around playing video games and just recording yourself playing video games, it's not really that expensive. But building cars, going racing, doing this kind of stuff, it adds up, and it adds up real quick. Roughly speaking, I make somewhere in the neighborhood of about $5 per 1,000 views on YouTube. And I have to pay taxes on that. So after taxes, $4 or so per 1,000 views, which is not a lot. So, you know, my average YouTube viewership per day doesn't buy me lunch. But I'm not complaining. What I do honestly want to say, though, is I want to think about ways that I could possibly make a merchandising thing that would make sense. Now, I do also want to say that I do feel weird talking about merchandising on a channel that's only got 5,100 subscribers, which, by the way, if you're one of my 5,100 subscribers, thanks for being here. I truly do appreciate you. But I kind of feel weird about offering like t-shirts with this car because I haven't really done anything with it yet, or with that car, although that one I've done a whole lot with, or any of the other project cars. I don't know. I just feel like maybe putting the cart before the horse when it comes to that kind of thing. I'm a 5,100 subscriber channel. I don't know that there's that many people that would be interested in rocking my merch. And I honestly don't even know that I would feel comfortable doing that, selling you guys shirts and hats and keychains and oven mitts and hair ties and I don't know, maybe some like beard products and hair products and growth pills. I don't know. Anyway, I've been kind of kicking around some ideas. And I want to kind of work outside the norm because I know most people, most channels just kind of focus on selling you a t-shirt or a hat or whatever it is. And they use that as the income that they make to be able to make what they do on the channel make sense. And I get that. But I want to kind of maybe do something a little bit different. And I don't entirely know what that is yet. But I think one of them is I want to do a photo shoot. And I want to do it kind of tongue-in-cheek, 1970s, late 70s, early 80s style with this car and with my AMX, which if you haven't seen my AMX, I will show you, is gloriously late 70s. And I want to do a themed photo shoot of me in like some racing gear. This is my 1979 AMC Spirit AMX. Yes, that is factory hood, decals, stickers everywhere. It's glorious. Absolutely glorious. But I'm thinking I want to do some kind of a themed photo shoot where I don't know, smoking a Marlboro, drinking Jack Daniels, whatever it is. I have, you know, my beard looking all nice, and I've got my hair styled nice, like I'm 1970s, maybe with a black cowboy hat on. And I want to get some ladies. I know a lot of beautiful ladies, and I know a lot of very talented photographers, and I'm thinking maybe I get them dressed up like 1970s, 1980, big old hair, and all the outfits of that era. And I do something kind of tongue-in-cheek fun as a promotional video, maybe even, that I make and I put on YouTube, because maybe that would get people interested. And then maybe offer something with the images that come out of that. Now, whether or not that's a calendar or a t-shirt or I don't know. And that's really where I'm going to ask you guys your opinion on things is what makes sense? What would people be interested in to help me kind of offset some of those costs and to help or to get you guys involved in what it is I do? Or is none of that making any sense whatsoever and I need to pump the brakes on this and just say, hey, whoa, you're a little tiny channel right now. Wait till you're bigger. You're getting too big for your britches a little bit here. And I get that. That's a possibility. And that you could say that to me and it's not going to hurt my feelings because I get it. I am not somebody who's interested in shaking the can and asking for handouts. That's not what I want to do. But I do like the idea of involving people in my process and in the channel and in growing this community here, because this is a community thing for me. That's my favorite part about YouTube, is the community that we build on these YouTube channels, and running into people like out at Jegs or at car shows and just literally going to dinner or whatever, and people recognize me and come up and say, hey, by the way, I love your show, I like what you're doing, blah, blah, blah. That's super fun. It's awesome. It's fantastic. I love it. It's great. I love it. That's my favorite part about YouTube. But this is really expensive. I've got not $10,000 in this, but not $10,000 between buying it, the parts and everything that I've got to do, transporting it back here. At $5 for every 1,000 views, if you really want to pause the video and do that math, it's nowhere near what I've made off of this video. But I do look at it as an investment in my business. This is a YouTube business that we are building together, and this is an investment. And I realize, just like every small business, you're going to pour a bunch of money and time and energy into it, and don't expect to see any kind of return for a good period of time. However, you do need to start seeing a little bit of income off of that, so it's not just negative cash flow the entire time. And I realize that I've bitten off more than I can chew, probably in buying this car at this point in time, plus with the 68 Le Mans, plus with the 70 Le Mans, plus with the AMX, plus with Katrina's Charger, plus the PT Cruiser that's sitting over there, and her GLHS Charger that's in storage, and all of the other things. I get it. I've bitten off more than I can chew, and I am actually going to be selling off some of my own personal bad decisions of things that I have bought and that I have sitting around here, to the hopes that maybe I can recoup some of that money that I could then turn back around into my investment here. But back to the original point is, what would be interesting, if anything, for you guys to be involved with? Would it be fun to see me hamming it up as a 1970s, early 80s race car driver with some pretty ladies, posing with this thing and with my AMX and maybe one of my Pontiacs, just kind of having a good old time, not taking it too serious, but you know, it would be fun. I can promise you I can be at least somewhat entertaining on camera, and I do have a lot of very beautiful female friends, so I could pull that off. Believe me, let me tell you, I have a lot of very beautiful female friends. I think it would be kind of fun. But do people buy calendars anymore? Would it make sense on a shirt? I don't know. It's really up to you guys. I'm kind of curious. Does it make sense? Because I do know quite a few YouTubers that basically pay for their entire lifestyles off of merch sales, and buy cars off of merch sales and do that kind of thing. And that kind of is an attractive option for me, maybe. The other thing that I do probably want to consider is, do I want to do do I want to build a car and then give it away to somebody? Or give away seat time in something like this? I don't think I'm nearly at the point where I could build a car and then give it away, but maybe. And by giveaway, I mean everybody else's same way of giving something away, where they build a vehicle and then you buy merchandise and then it puts you into a drawing and whoever wins the vehicle. Obviously, I would need to start on a much smaller scale than a $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, race car. But I don't know. Maybe that's an option. I don't know. I'm curious. What's the modern feeling on that? What's the way you guys are feeling about merchandising things? Or am I just, like I said, thinking too far ahead, and that's not where I am at this point in time, and I need to just kind of knuckle down and deal with it? I don't know. That's why I'm asking. That's why I'm making this video, because this is honestly not a answer that I have. And you wonderful folks have been very, very supportive of me so far, and I want to know what you think. So let me know. Do you guys want to see something like that? Does it make any kind of sense? Does even just making a video about me doing a video or doing that kind of thing, would that do well on YouTube? I don't know. It might. Depending on how sexy it gets. Sometimes YouTube kind of gets a little nyeh about doing the sexy stuff. Not saying I would get sexy, but others might. I mean, hell, I might. Depends on how much money we're making for it. But I want your opinion. I want your information. I want your thoughts. Let me know what you think. Put it in the comments. Let me know. I'm excited to have this thing out on track. I've got some major things that I need to get done with it still. I'm not going to be able to make it to the track next week. I was hoping I could, but Dave is going to be off on that week, so I'm going to have to be in the shop on the desk doing Dave's job all week, so it's going to keep me from being able to go to the racetrack, which sucks, but it is what it is. That's life. So I've got to figure out another time to be able to get this thing on track and do what I need to do with it. But anyway, that's what I wanted to ask you guys. That's my video for today. I'm really genuinely curious what you think. What's your opinion of merchandising with YouTubers? When is the right time to start it? What makes sense? Also, something I have never done is memberships. Is that something that people actually are interested in? I know that there's a bunch of other YouTubers out there that do that kind of thing. Again, I feel a little weird about that, but I think maybe it would be kind of neat to be able to do a membership thing if people are interested in it. Like, I don't know, $2 a month, $3 a month, something like that. And do like a once a week live stream where we can Q&A back and forth and we can talk and chat and do a live stream channel. That would just be open for people that are interested in doing that kind of thing. I don't know. I've never become a member of anybody's YouTube channel. I don't know. As far as I know, I've never done that. Nope, never done that. And I don't know if it's even anything that anybody would be interested in. I don't get the whole, you get early access to the videos. I don't think I really care. I put out a lot of videos. I'm not really looking to paywall any of that kind of stuff. But it might be interesting to do it as a live thing. Or I might be completely talking out of my beard and I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, that's my video for the day. I hope you guys are doing great. Still kind of going through the motions with the U-Haul folks. If you haven't watched my videos over the last 2 days and my experience getting back up here from East Tennessee with my U-Haul trailer that lost a wheel hub tire, whole thing. Those are interesting videos. I'm still I'm gonna reach out to U-Haul again tomorrow, and we're gonna see where this ends up. At the moment, I'm not super happy about where it is, but we'll see. We'll see. Thanks for being here, guys. I do truly appreciate it. Welcome to Automotive Adventures with Austin. This is just kind of my random automotive musings, and I love this part of this platform. I can come on here, put this video up, and you guys can let me know what you think, and we can grow together. That's what this thing is all about. So thanks for being here. I'll see you next time I see you. Don't know when that's going to be. Don't know what that's going to be about. If you're interested in this kind of thing, click on the subscribe button. See you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.